Hello and thank you for joining us on Click Naija Online Radio. It's Men's Hangout. Now, Men's Hangout is a program where we talk about issues from men's perspective. My name is Nasir Yunusa, and
I'm Remy. Okay, well, as usual, here to give you the juicy things that happens on Friday. We are back here, bro. Cheers.
we are
Come on,
always
bro.
back here.
That's great, bro.
Yes, so
It's Friday things, brother. Best way to hang out.
yeah. Of course, I have someone here, but it's off camera. So today we'll be looking at what are the worst male vices. This is Click Naija Radio. Follow us on our social media handle. For Facebook and Instagram is Click Naija, and for Twitter it's at Click Naija. And you can listen to us via www.clicknaija.net. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel now. All right, guys. For you guys watching us on our social media for Facebook and Twitter, YouTube. The question is, what are the worst male vices? Now you can keep your comment coming through on our live video on Facebook. Yes, so Remo, the
man.
great Remy.
Hey,
Now,
the greatness.
as a chairman now. Now, what are these worst male vices?
Yeah. Well, there are so many vices. There are so many things men struggle with. So many to mention.
Yeah.
Okay, but we can attempt a few.
Yes, so
There are common ones you should know. Being too addicted to a lot of things like cigarettes, alcohol, women's sex, and all that. A lot of people don't like talking about that aspect, but it has engaged a lot. It has enslaved a lot. You understand what I'm saying? Most times slaves don't challenge their masters, but only the brave-hearted do.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you don't want to be a slave, you better be brave. So that is the basic thing. You must be able to challenge all that has held you down, most of those vices that has enslaved you, enshrined you, not made you to, actually imprison you. So ensure that you free yourself from those things that tie your destiny, because they have the capacity to tie your destiny down. Those are, getting so addicted to drugs. A lot of people are so addicted to drugs.
Yes,
and there are so many of them, So, but sit back and relax and fasten your seatbelt and get to hear the details.
Yes, so
okay.
We all have bad habits. Now, some of us have had some real bad habits. Engaging in a little vice is just like part of growing up. Those bad habits we engage when we're growing up. Now, it expands our horizon and it makes us understand that some of them are good, some of them are still bad. Now, men can be like little kids. That's what some people say, and this will happen when it's just like we do not know how life it is. We until the stove burn us before we know where it is bad, that these things are bad. Now, for those, like, some of these things are like womanizing.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
people see it
Sometimes,
like fun.
but excuse me, bro. Do you really think womanizing is a bad vice? because if womanizing is bad, is bad example. I think so many of us will be guilty of it.
Womanizing. No.
Do you know what? Except you don't want to get married. My brother, if you see, the act of choosing a wife, for example, that would lead you to get to meet a lot of ladies. And if you don't want to get, it has often, people have often believed that most of the commercial sex hawkers, more especially ladies, more especially, for example, many of them end up in good homes. They end up getting the best man. You know why? Because they sample themselves. If you don't, a man who sells products must sample his clothes. So for us, why many of us do end up badly in marriages is because we feel that, womanizing is not that, people have, society has, I don't know the best words to use right now. Society has frowned at it, say, this man is a womanizer. My brother, if you don't sample ladies, how can you get the best?
I want us to explain this sampling.
No, what I mean by talking to so many ladies. That is sampling, not about sleeping with them. So this has to be clear. So I don't know where your naughty mind is going.
When you say womanizing, it's one of the vices. Now, if you ask a lady, when the guy is when you ask a lady what's womanizing, who is a womanizer, they tell a person that follows everybody, woman rapper, like everybody sees, like he toasts every lady he sees. And to some guys, this is fun.
Excuse me. To be honest, that is actually
some
fun.
guys, this is fun.
For me,
a vice is for
you know,
guys.
for here I've been conversing for ladies to submit their CVs to Remy, because Remy is in the market now. I'm in a single market collecting CVs.
So now, let's go back. I know you collect CV there, but we're talking about womanizing.
Exactly, the womanizing aspect of it. I have told you, a lot of people could see it as a bad omen, a bad vice. Okay, but Remy will confidently tell you that it's a good thing. It's a good omen. Humanizing, yes. It depends how you define. It depends your definition of humanizing. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? My own definition of humanizing. For example, if I'm searching for a wife, I just see one, and probably 1 or 2 weeks I discover that she's not the kind of person that I would like to live with. I must find someone who meets me in my capacity, mental capacity, social capacity, spiritual capacity, and the rest of it. You understand what I'm saying? So now, see the point. If peradventure that I get to meet a particular lady and she did not meet some of these basic principle, basic stuffs that I need, should I stop her? I would move into another person. And that's what some ladies do call, or some people do call, womanizing. My brother, I'm in a business of locating what belongs to me. So that is just, to me, it's not a bad vibe.
No, you're in a business of locating for what?
For real, man. It's a core business. Whatever do you know, business have been defined as whatever you're busy at. So if you're busy looking for a woman, you're a businessman, brother. My brother, let's chat for this. It's a Friday thing, don't forget that, bro. We're just chilling, trying to make this day well for you.
Misha, I start to differ with you a little bit, because I want to be with people that feel like womanizer is someone that follows everything on that skate. Sometimes some people are married and they're still womanizing. What would you say about this?
My brother, I told you I was given a second chance to choose again. Okay.
No, I'm not talking of you now. I'm talking of
generally. Okay, generally.
Now some people are married.
Now let me ask you a simple question.
Man, you understand? But
forget about the marriage now. I'm talking. You know what? I was very careful with my words. I didn't mention married.
Yeah.
Talking about single.
Yeah.
And ladies or society does not actually separate whether you're single or married. When it comes to, if they want to call you woman rapper, don't mind that guy, told this one, told this one. My brother, if you're someone who is purposeful, you wouldn't be distracted by those things. A purposeful person knows what he's looking for. Okay, now can I ask you a question?
Yeah, you can.
You're an adult, right? Good. How many ladies have you dated at this point? Right now you're on a hot seat.
This seat is very hot for me. I can't say it here.
If it's not one, my brother, I can categorically call you womanizer. From all Remy's definition,
Oh, let's move on. In fact,
okay, man.
Away from this topic. Now, the next vice is smoking.
Okay, smoking.
Yeah, what do you think about smoking? Now, people feel when you smoke, it's a bad thing. You take marijuana, cigarettes.
Yeah, it's important to give the public, our viewers the right information. Even the producers of smokers always say, be warned, smokers are liable to die young. But let me tell you, as adults, once you turn 18, you have the power of choice to do whatsoever you want to do that's pleasing to you.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And let me tell you, before you become a chain smoker, you might have said, okay, let me test it. A little testing, chipping, they call it chipping, boom, boom. Okay? You have to start 1, 2, 3 before you get. And now let me watch. Whatsoever you do consistently for 6 months becomes your habit. So in order to discipline yourself not to become a chain smoker or become a womanizer, excuse me, bro. Getting back to that one. So whatsoever, any addiction, any vices you want to run away from, whether smoking or whatsoever, to me, I left it for the people to choose whatsoever they want. Because there are some people who feel that drinking is bad and smoking is good. But for me, drinking is not bad, smoking is not bad, depending on your choice. So to me, it's a choice somebody has to make.
So to you, it's not a vice.
To me, it's not really. It's not. It's a choice.
Okay.
I cannot condemn those who smoke. They choose
not
to do so.
Them,
exactly. But to me,
the vices as a guy, these vices now, what are the worst male vices? And smoking belongs to those categories.
Yeah,
Now people don't like, many people smoke, many people don't smoke.
It's true.
Some people smoke. Sometimes I don't criticize these people until I go into that lane. I see, okay, why are they smoking?
Okay, now let me tell you. I have smoked before, but I do it for fun. For example, if
for fun,
Nas, you're my friend and my colleague and my hangout partner. If peradventure you take me out,
yeah, will comment. Okay, I can hear you.
If peradventure you take me out, bro,
and you take Simon Matthias. Hi guys, good boy.
Yeah, Matthias, the great man. We hear you, bro.
Join us, Hangout. Please drop your comments. We're waiting for you.
So now back to the gist. If somehow you invite me out and you come with a pack of cigarettes, and you take one, take two, do you know what I do? I'll take one from you to make you feel comfortable.
So you can smoke it well.
I will smoke it well, perfectly, as if I'm a chain smoker. But after that,
okay, maybe you're not addicted to it.
And never after that, maybe twice or 3 times in a year, or never, not even once in a year. So I'm not addicted to it. No, I have perfect control.
We know those kind of guys. You follow the crowd, just smoking.
I know how they do. I know how they do.
After that, please you move.
Yes, I saw it. Naso.com.
Now, okay. The next is gambling.
Gambling. Yeah. Oh, that one is bad.
Now it's on the rise. Yes, on the rise. Gambling is on the rise. In fact, many people call it hustle, a side hustle.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people do
one
call
of
it.
the vices now making me for passage through. Like some people can't just stay the weekend without. In fact, Premier League now, all those.
Yes, exactly.
Apart, there are many more things people gamble with, but one of the first three now is all these bets that we are seeing. You understand? So what will you say? To me, it's a vice because I don't know, but I can't say because some people are using it to put food on their table.
Yes, you see, if you do it from my own perspective, from my own point of view, if you gamble for fun, I wouldn't call that a bad vice. But when it becomes addictive to the extent that you will use your house rent money to go and play bets, Naija, or whatever it may call itself, okay? Use the money that is meant to pay your children's school fees to go and pay those things. Use the money that is meant for hospital bills and what have you. These are bad things I consider bad habits.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So that is it, my brother. There's so many things to talk about that gambling, but let's get to know what Simon Matthias is telling us.
Simon Matthias says, I personally do not call a lot of vices bad. The only bad vices for any man is when he loves to do evil to another man. All right. Okay, but Simon, still give me example of some bad vices. Like I know you have something you want to say, though everybody has his opinion to things. Thank you.
So, and another thing I think that should be a concern to people, another stuff I know, another habit I can consider as a very bad vices is drugs.
Yeah, drugs.
You understand?
Let me take this clip from Simon Matthias.
Oh, okay.
Simon Matthias says Chukwuka Patricia calls a man who is addicted to abusing drugs as bad vices.
Good. Yes. Yeah, you're on point there, Matthias. You're very, very on point. I agree with you. Totality.
But an evil man is a bad man.
Yes, evil man indeed.
All right.
Man who doesn't wish his neighbor good, because sometimes we categorize this evil man. We don't know what is evil man.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? Those who does not wish his people, his friends and colleague good. Those people like jealousy. You know, every bad thing starts from jealousy.
Yep.
You understand? So that is it. Your point.
Someone Matthias, correct point. Like you are talking about drugs.
Yeah.
Now, cocaine. I noticed even in the FCT that it's kind of.
Oh boy! Let me tell you. You see, have you ever? There are so many drugs that when you hear the name, it will shock you. Sometimes you think that it's a football club. Have you ever heard of Arizona? Loud. My brother, there are so many of them. There's one called Solution, the one I witnessed somewhere. Something within FCT here.
They put in their leather bag.
Do you know these are things they use in patching tires? I have seen them before. Till we are one. The smoking rubber. By the time they are done, their eyes red.
Like It's devices.
So very bad, and many of them end up. And where I live, within FCT here, I saw a very young lady who was addicted to drug, like all this Arizona, all those kind of, Colorado. I don't know why they use most of the names in US to name these drugs. You understand what I'm saying? This lady now, she's running mad. In fact, within my vicinity, they have psychiatric hospital. Within my where I live, they have psychiatric hospital. FCT here. If you come there, see the level of young men and young women that are running mad as a result of drugs. You pity this generation, to be honest. It's very disturbing, highly disturbing. Some they will be singing for young boys and young ladies. They'll be singing by the time they bring them there, they say, I'm not moving. They'll start singing for them, start hailing them name that they used to get gingered with. You say, okay, that's it. Let me start. But these are caused by hard drugs.
Okay, continue. We have other vices. Some people say excessive sex.
Excessive sex.
It's tied to humanizing.
My brother, that one is not tied to. You see, excessive sex. Yeah. I love sex. Okay.
I like you. You're blunt.
Well, no go birds, to be honest.
They hide down,
My brother, if you don't like sex, how can you be here with me, talking with me? You don't like it.
So you have a comment from Simon Martinez who said this. Have you seen a sex addict, a man that would sleep with anything?
I have pets.
So yeah,
I have pets.
Okay.
You understand? I have stuff. If, for example, you are a lady, let me bring it out. It must be a bit chubby or pretty.
Yes.
If I have advised any woman that cares to listen that will become my wife today, once I get married to
you, Matthias, they have you see this guy. He's really blunt, Baba. We did together. Simon, show our studio now. Show our studio when we run things for here.
No, he's gonna do that. He's gonna do that. Yeah. So I have my specs. Okay, you gotta be chubby. And if I marry a lady, I will encourage you to bring a very loquacious girl as our maid, if indeed you want to hire a maid. We can travel for 100, 600 years and nothing they happen.
Okay.
You know, feel me?
Yeah, let's continue after me. Let's not stray from what we are talking.
Oh my God.
We talked about excessive sex, and it's actually, even Simon Matthias said, yes, that is something many people cannot hide. Many men, in fact, that's what's causing their urbanizing. In fact, but we they hide them. We they pretend in the fact that if we get one big is something that we can, but we can't really come out blunt and tell the people this is what is really happening.
You see, most of Nigerians, they're highly pretenders, and that's one thing I dislike. Okay, let me say some Nigerians. I don't need to generalize on this. Some Nigerians, they pretend a lot, and I don't like such spirit. You do not have freedom, and that is what has endangered most of our children, because everything they want to hide. Their parents don't give them such freedom to express themselves. Okay. Even when somebody is molesting them, they cannot talk because of this African mentality. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay. Now, another vice is
people
talk about masturbation.
Okay.
In guys.
Yes.
Some people see it like spiritual.
Yes, sometimes.
In fact, with my research about these vices, 80% of people,
both guys and ladies, to be honest, are deeply addicted into that.
Yeah.
It's highly addictive, and it's difficult to stop, except you purposefully say, I want to stop this. It's one of the things that is making a lot of people have self-esteem, low self-esteem. Masturbation. We must say it the way it is. You understand? So if you are in any way addicted to it, just like the way you started it, you can start stopping it gradually. That's why we are here to advocate. Let you guys know. Many of us have been, addicted to it at one point or the other, but somehow we got free from it. You understand what I'm saying? So we must have to state it. If you don't identify with people who are hiding from it, they may never. So you just have to say it let them know that indeed it's possible to stop it.
Yeah, it's always possible to stop
You understand? It's possible to stop it.
Then we have chewing tobacco. Chewing tobacco.
My brother, me, I don't understand that.
Tobacco, like tobacco is what is inside the cigarette.
I know.
So instead of smoking it, they bring it out and chew it.
My brother, maybe you know much about that. You can tell us about it. How have you ever chewed tobacco before?
I'm not addicted to anything.
Oh my god. Well, don't forget that this hangout, it's on Fridays, always chill, relax, to have fun, tell you things that are affecting the youths. Okay, so that you find a way. If you're addicted to one, you one or 2 points to be able to free yourself from every dangers, every vices that gets a lot of us, in a bad shape. So it's possible for you to free yourself, and you alone can do it. There's no other person, not your pastor, not your imam. It's only you can do that.
All right, we have a comment here from Samuel Matthias, and he says some bad vices are not open on paper. Okay, we have guys who won't just say
stay put
with a lover. Yeah, won't want to ever love and be kept, even as age goes by. Yep, they will always want to continue. It,
get engaging into such.
I don't want to say, but growing up, I know some elderly men, like people we look up to, our fathers. But you see these men toasting young girls up and down, like I see it like they're doing this as fun.
Yes,
as he had the swag at that age. That time he's a grandpa to me.
if I happen to find myself from the
he had that swag to park his car, hopping,
I like such men, man.
You like when you see this, you like even us that were kids, we want to be like.
Yeah, man. Such men know how to dress up, package themselves.
Guy,
let me tell you, a lot of people have never for once explained or discussed what makes men improve themselves and look good.
Yeah.
Do you know one of them?
That would be one of our topics. Okay,
let's save it for you.
That would be one of our topics. We'll talk about that some other time. Now, I have a comment here. Okay. Some people say cheating is very bad, mostly if you are married and the guy or girl gives you all the attention needed and you try to satisfy you in every way. It's actually painful when you try to please a person and he or she is never satisfied. You go out of your way to please the person and he or she still goes behind you or back to cheat. So cheating is the worst. But lying, this is another comment. Cheating is the worst, but lying and deception is another vice on their own. So we can see about cheating.
Yes, cheating. I wanted to say something about this cheating thing.
Is it a vice? It's mostly tied with guys.
Not only guys. No.
Ladies to cheat. Yeah.
See, let me tell you. Research. I'm not telling you just. I'm telling you an empirical evidence.
Yeah.
Mostly women cheat more than guys. I know it will shock you. African culture.
I like to be shocked by you.
African culture is what is hiding them. Most of them do theirs discreetly as very smart. That's why it seems that ladies are smarter than guys. You know why? Yeah. Because of this African culture. Yeah. Package them in a way that they cannot come out. They always do it secretly, in a very covert manner. You understand what I'm saying? So I find that as when people say men cheat more, that is fallacious received theory from my own understanding. It's highly fallacious. You understand what I'm saying? So I do not believe in that, and I have made research on that. Even when it comes in terms of married women and married men. Married women cheat more than married men.
So, but cheating and generally,
whether it is a vice.
Is it a vice? Would you say cheating is a vice with guys?
Whatever you do, you see, God has given us power of choice, as I said earlier on. You understand? Yeah. Whatever you know that will hurt your partner, someone close to you, please avoid it.
Yeah. So, okay. I like that.
You understand?
So we should have just giving advice now.
Yes.
Avoid what to make your partner get hurt.
Yes.
So now cheating is a vice.
Yes, it is.
If you cheat on your partner, a vice.
Yes.
Good. Like what I'm saying. Now, some of us said something here. Lots of these bad vices erupt when we are very little. We had that friend, aunt, uncle, and so on that aids these vices within our mindsets. Unfortunately, lot of guys didn't outgrow these vices. Of course, like I said, I used to look up to our bad old grandpa then.
Yes.
We saw some things that he was doing. I wanted to try it. Wanted to have the fun he was having. Sometimes, thank you very much for all your comments.
We appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. Okay, Remy, do you have any words for us before we end?
Yes, there's always so many things we can talk about, and one of them is this: you must have to take control of your life. You must have to take control of your life. You can achieve anything you can. You determine for yourself. Any vices, be it smoking, alcoholism, being drunk at all times, hurting your partner, because I call that a very bad vice.
Let me stop you here.
Yeah.
Someone Matter is asking a very important question, and I want you to answer. Remy.
Okay.
Answer it for us.
Okay.
Remy, let me ask.
Okay.
What 2 bad vices would you allow from your partner?
2 bad vices?
Yeah, will you allow from your partner?
And that one of them is just your libido will have to be very high.
See, I have a very crazy partner. He's so blunt. Say someone, I ask question, you don't answer. The second one.
My woman must learn how to seduce the word for me. If for advantage, I don't know if I've said this before. If I'm going out with my lady, I've said it before. If I'm going out with my lady on outing, and Simon and his babe passed us by, and 2 of them do not turn, that day I'll fed woefully. I must make them drive and enter gutter. My woman must seduce the world for me. It gives me joy. So Simon, I think you have got that answer for you.
Give us your own 2. Give us your before around the show. Give us your own 2 vices. So say something before Simon interrupt. You're talking.
Yes, exactly. So you can have control. You can have control whatever you want to do. You know, there's this thing I have studied so very well. That is, once you determine to achieve anything, keep focusing on it until your subconscious mind register your subconscious mind.
Yes.
On a day, even when you sleep, you see yourself walking back up from that, walking out of that. So practice makes perfect. Anything you know you can stop, any bad habit you know you can stop. Even being lazy is a very bad vice.
Yeah, it's a bad vice.
So take up your challenge and succeed. Everything is possible.
Yeah, so everything is possible. Now, let me quickly give you a recap of what I'm saying. That all the vices guys are doing, it's possible to leave them.
Yes.
Even they are their worst.
Humanizing,
but he didn't really agree on humanizing.
Yes, I disagree totally.
Humanizing is a vice.
It's actually
he agreed, but he agreed cheating is humanizing. Cheating is a vice, man. We're talking about drugs.
Yeah,
vice,
drugs very bad, very bad.
Sex,
very, very, very bad.
Excessive sex and all
Can't
those
mess yourself up.
All right, thanks to everyone who viewed us here live on Facebook. Men's Hangout will be back next week with another edition on Click Naija Radio. That if you missed any of our show, you can watch everything on our YouTube channel. Now, our YouTube channel is Click Naija. You still can look at us on our Facebook as well, Click Naija. My name is Nasir Yunusa.
And I'm Remy. Okay, well, thanks so very much for being with us, for hanging out with us. Okay, good.
Yes, sir. Remy.
Good. Hey, bro. That is awesome.
Correct.
Oh my goodness.
Stay safe and bye.
Guys, well done. Thanks, bro.